7-2 over the Anaheim Ducks. Yes, your Chicago Blackhawks put up a 7 spot for the second game in a row. This time defeating the Anaheim Ducks. This was a well-performed game by the rookie, number 98, Connor Bedard. A 5-point game in his illustrious rookie season. Brock Faber, who? Bedard is back on top for the assist lead in rookies, the point lead in rookies. And he kept that point lead throughout, but he lost the assist lead, but got it back here tonight by putting up multiple apples in this one. Kurashev, phenomenal in this game as well. Mrazek played great, and we nearly saw a goalie fight. Yes, we nearly saw a goalie fight as we saw chaos happen in the final period of play. This game was just, it had it all as the Hawks beat the Ducks 7-2. Shots per period 9-18 in favor for your Chicago Blackhawks in the first period, 15-6 in favor for the Ducks in the second period, and 5-7 in favor for your Chicago Blackhawks in the third, making total shots on goal 29-31 in favor for your Chicago Blackhawks. Power play, again, lethal in this one. 4 for 6 for your Chicago Blackhawks to the Ducks going 0 for 2. The Ducks had a very short power play. They basically went 0 for 1 on their power play because they had a power play and got a penalty 2 seconds into the power play. So that nullifies one of their power plays. So they basically went 0 for 1. This was a great game. The Hawks power play was clicking. Connor Bedard, phenomenal. Nick Foligno, awesome. Kurashev, phenomenal. This team played outstanding. And they might not want to change up the lineup going into Friday night because 2 games in a row, they get 7 goals on the board. And this game was a re-entering of a lineup for number 89, Andreas Athanasiou, after being injured back in November 9th. Athanasiou returns to the lineup, and he played great. He drew a couple penalties and had an apple in this game. So let's get into the goals of the game, since there was a total of 9 goals put up on the board, and it's a lot. In the first period, the Hawks came out with speed, moving the puck, controlling the play. Connor Bedard, Nick Foligno, and Philip Kurashev, that line doing magic out there. But it wasn't the Hawks to score first. On a power play, the Hawks having the power play, the Ducks go down the ice at 10:39, shorthanded. Brett Leeson scores his first of the game, 9th of the season, assisted by Cam Ballard to make it 1-0 Anaheim. So the Hawks go down shorthanded to the Anaheim Ducks at 10:39, midway through the first period. But on that same power play for the Blackhawks, we answer at 11:27 on the power play, scored by number 8, Ryan Donato. His 9th of the season, assisted by number 11, Taylor Radish, and number 89, Andreas Athanasiou, to tie the game up. This goal by Donato, he gets the puck and just shoves it in past Gibson to make it a 1-1 game. It remains 1-1 after the first, Gibson having to face 19 shots in that first period of play. Hawks really trying to pepper him. But we go to the second period, and it's the Ducks to come out of the second period gates on fire. They came out moving the puck well, getting their opportunities off. But at 151 in the second period, Britt Leeson, off a turnover from Jared Tenorti, gets his 10th of the season, assisted by Vakanainen. Tenorti turns the puck over off the blue line into Vakanainen's skate, and he gets it up to Leeson. Leeson gets his second of the game. It's a 2-1 lead for Anaheim. But the Hawks are able to answer pretty quick. 2 minutes later, in fact, at 3:25 in the second period, scored by number 23, Belop Kurashev. His 12th of the season, assisted by number 98, Connor Bedard. And number 17, Nick Foligno. This goal, a beautiful breakout chance for the Hawks, going 2-on-1 break down the ice. Bedard and Kurashev down the ice. Bedard fake shot pass across the crease. One-time shot from Kurashev and in. It's tied up 2-2. And then the floodgates open up. The Hawks take advantage of penalty issues from the Anaheim Ducks. Hawks get go to the penalty box, and by putting too many men on the ice, and then the Ducks immediately get called for tripping. That goes to 4-on-4. The Ducks get immediately called for tripping again. It's a power play for the Blackhawks. So the Hawks 4-on-3 power play for about a minute and 30 seconds. The Hawks, basically 2 minutes virtually, at 11:49 in the second period. Score by number 4 on the power play, Steph Jones. His 4th of the season, assisted by number 17, Nick Foligno. And number 98, Connor Bedard. This goal was all set up by Foligno. He went to the net and screened John Gibson, and a hesitant shot from Jones. He throws it in. It trickles in past Gibson. We're up 3-2, and the floodgates are opening because the Hawks now have control. They lead by a goal. Anaheim had a few chances to tie, but Mrazek said no, or the puck went wide. But with just 28 seconds remaining in the second period, the Hawks add to their lead. At 19:31 in the second period, scored by number 98, Connor Bedard. His 20th of the season, assisted by number 23, Belop Kurashev, and number 17, Nick Foligno, to make it a 4-2 game, taking that into the third period. Sorry, my dogs are going nuts, but the Hawks lead by 2. Bedard gets his 20th of the season. This goal is very similar to the Kurashev goal. Foligno steals the puck in the offensive zone this time, though. He gets the puck, holds up, waits for Kurashev to cut in. He sauces it to Kurashev. Kurashev sauces it right to Bedard for the one-timer in. Bedard gets his 20th of the season. That's awesome to see, and he's not done yet. We go to the third period of play, and virtually it was all Chicago, because 2 minutes and 43 seconds into the third period of play, scored by number 58, Mackenzie Entwistle. His 4th of the season, assisted by number 89, Andreas Athanasiou. This goal was all set up by Athanasiou as AA cuts into the slot. He loses the puck, and Entwistle just shoots it right in past Gibson. We're up by 3. It's 5-2 Chicago, 2 minutes and 43 seconds into the third period. The Hawks continue to press, and they get a goal immediately at 3:10 in the third period of play. Scored by number 23, Philip Kurashev. His second of the game, 13th of the season. Assisted by number 98, Connor Bedard. And number 17, Nick Foligno, to make it a 6-2 lead for the Chicago Blackhawks. Foligno, Bedard, and Kurashev. You cannot split that lineup anymore. It has been lethal. They've been moving the puck. They are going to goals, and we're getting rewarded for it. Hawks lead by 4. Here we go. Chaos happens midway through the third period of play as Entwistle gets pounded by Gudis down onto the ice. Fisticuffs happening behind the goal of Mrazek. Mrazek cuts in to the fight between Entwistle and Gudis. He wants some of Gudis, and he goes after him. Then John Gibson skates down the ice to get involved, to try and get a goalie fight going. He goes in, gets involved into the line brawl, yard sale on the ice. He goes after Mrazek, yanking the mask off of Mrazek, tried to throw some jabs at him. Gibson gets tossed. Out of the chaos that happened, the Hawks get a power play, and they answer to that power play very quick. 10:06 into the third period. On the power play, scored by number 90, Tyler Johnson. His 15th of the season. Assisted by number 98, Connor Bedard. And number 23, Philip Kurashev, to make it a 7-2 score for your Chicago Blackhawks. And 5-point game for Connor Bedard, his first in the NHL for a 5-point game, tying a Blackhawk rookie record by putting 5 up in a game. That is awesome to see Connor Bedard showing why he is the Calder favorite in this one. He was phenomenal in tonight's action. Hawks nearly had a couple chances to score again against Dulcel, but doesn't happen. Hawks winning it 7-2 over the Anaheim Ducks. This was a fun, entertaining game. We saw chaos happen midway in the third. We saw a 5-point game by Connor Bedard. We saw all sorts of magic on tonight's action. So down in the comments down below, I want to hear what your thoughts were on today's action. And most of all, thank you for watching the broadcast. Please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And most of all, Hawks win! Hawks win! And let's